Consciousness is a crucial part of human experience. It is an individual's awareness of external events and internal sensations under a condition of arousal.
Knowing your personal point of view and being mindful of how you communicate your beliefs to others is self-awareness.
Higher level processes. It involves controlled processing, which is when an individual focuses their efforts on a goal. This is the most alert state of consciousness. An example of controlled processing would be someone using their phone while ignoring their surroundings. Lower level processes include automatic processes, which is a state of consciousness that requires little attention and does not interfere with other ongoing activities. This also includes daydreaming, which begins when we are engaged in something that doesn't require our full attention.
This might have been your first venture into altered states of consciousness. The way you saw the world was changed, and that change was exciting. Altered states of consciousness sound exciting and maybe a little exotic, but we enter these states every day, whether from road hypnosis on the commute to work, daydreaming on our coffee break, or when we finally lie down to sleep.
Subconscious awareness is conscious efforts while we are awake or sleeping. No awareness is being in an unconscious state. Unconscious thought is a reservoir of unacceptable wishes, feelings, and thoughts that are beyond conscious awareness. The major theories are protection, conserve energy, restores brain and body, and brain plasticity is active during sleep.
Sleep is very important in our daily lives. Sleep deprivation causes us to lose concentration. It decreases brain activity in the thalamus and the prefrontal cortex and reduces complexity of brain activity.
Your sleep-wake cycle is a biological rhythm, or a regularly recurring pattern. More specifically, it's a 24-hour cycle or circadian rhythm that's linked to daylight and darkness. Your circadian clock sets your internal functions like changes in blood pressure, body temperature, and metabolism to the local time in predictable ways. First 5-minute stage, you transition from wakefulness to sleep. If you had electrodes on your forehead hooked up to an EEG, this machine could measure electrical activity in your brain. As you fall asleep, an EEG would show that your electrical brainwaves change from rapid beta waves when you're awake to slower alpha waves as you become drowsy, and then finally to even longer theta waves as you drift off to sleep. During stage 1 sleep, you might twitch or feel like you're falling as you begin to drop off to sleep.
Stage 2 is when your muscle activity decreases. You're not consciously aware of your environment, and sleep spindles are short bursts of brain activity. In stages 3 and 4, there are delta waves. It is also known as delta sleep. This is when you're in your deepest sleep and it is associated with memory and learning. Bedwetting, sleepwalking, and sleep talking are involved in these stages, and when you wake up confused and disoriented. REM sleep is known as rapid eye movement. Your eyes move up, down, left, and right, and in this stage, dreaming occurs.
Sleep disorders can disrupt your sleep cycle, but many sleep disorders have biological causes, but some have psychological causes. For example, insomnia, or the inability to fall asleep, can be brought on by emotional stress.
Sleepwalking occurs during stage 3 and 4. The causes are still unidentified. Nightmares are frightening dreams that awakens a person from REM sleep. Night terrors are sudden arousal from sleep and intense fear. Narcolepsy is a sudden overpowering for the urge to sleep. It occurs when you skip the first 4 stages of sleep and directly enter REM sleep. Sleep apnea occurs when an individual stops breathing due to the windpipe not opening or because the brain processes involved with respiration fail to open.
As their name suggests, psychoactive drugs affect psychological experiences by altering your sensory perception, moods, thinking, and behavior.
Psychoactive drugs have these effects because they impact neurotransmitter function. Neurotransmitters are the chemical signals that affect how hungry, thirsty, anxious, scared, happy, or tired you are. There are 4 main types of psychoactive drugs: Stimulants, depressants, narcotics, and hallucinogens. Stimulants range from nicotine and caffeine to cocaine and crystal meth. Stimulants block the reuptake or reabsorption of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which can lead to increased energy, panic, and anxiety. Depressants increase the production of the neurotransmitter GABA, which decreases reactions in the brain. Depressants like alcohol cause slowed reactions, impaired speech, and drowsiness. Depressants affect cognition by impairing memory. Hallucinogens include LSD, mescaline, and ecstasy. These drugs mimic the effects of neurotransmitters serotonin and epinephrine, which lessen pain. They can also trick the brain into seeing or hearing things that aren't actually there.